Hello one and all, welcome to Seeing Through Glass. It's my birthday! Now, I don't tend to make a big deal about my birthday, but this year, HRO in Bentley got in touch and said, would I like to borrow one of their cars to help celebrate the occasion? So early this morning, they dropped off one of their brand new vehicles for me to use for the next 5 days. Another weekend and another diesel 4x4, but oh my god, this could not be more different to the Maserati Levante I had last weekend. This is a £200,000 car. 200, oh my god, there's like TVs in the back. What is this? Look at those for the passengers. Oh, there is so much to explore in here. Oh, air conditioning, essential but loud. Literally, I think I've driven one Bentley in my life, and it was like a 2010 Continental. Oh my god, I need to read the spec sheet, I need to figure out what's going on. First things first, I'm actually headed down... Where are we going? Headed down to Cornwall, because it's my birthday. Don't know if I'd mentioned. We're doing a celebratory weekend. Celebratory weekend in Cornwall. Most of my family are already there. I'm off to pick up my girlfriend and my best mate Rob from work, and then we are going to be cruising on down in this Bentayga. I think this is going to be a very good weekend. Welcome to the Bentley.
It's a bit tacky, isn't it?
What? Don't you like my Bentley?
You're such a pompous dick. How you doing?
I actually hate you so much. Traction off. Now that I've got that out of my system, I'm going to do my best attempt at a Matt Farah smoking tyre one take, because I am still celebrating my birthday, and all I had to do was pop out and get some milk, which I've now got. I can rush home and eat my birthday cake. So yes, let us talk about this Bentayga, which I've very kindly been lent for this celebratory weekend. I'm going to kick things off with the fun stuff. We're going to switch this little toggle to the left, put us into sport mode, put the gear lever down into manual, and exploit what is the fastest production diesel SUV in the world. This Bentayga, whilst it may be the size of the Titanic, unbelievably has a 4-litre twin turbocharged diesel engine with over 400 horsepower, and 900 Newton meters of torque. that means 0 to 60 is 4.6 seconds. In this huge, huge thing, it is ridiculous. And as you might be able to hear, it is the quietest, smoothest power delivery I think I've ever experienced. Whilst it feels like, oh, you are launching towards outer space, it's just so relaxed. It's so it's you waft with great pace and in great comfort. Because we haven't got a huge amount of time, let's go back into normal mode and I can talk to you about why, and auto mode, why I think this car is actually worth its £210,000 price point. This is from Bentley themselves. It's a little bit complicated, so there's a few things on here which I'll try and read out to try and understand this total a little bit. So the car, excluding VAT, Bentayga diesel, £113,000. VAT is I think around £30,000. Down here is 31, but that's with all the options. So the big expenses to call out: the black line kit, essentially stealth pack. £17,500. £17,500 for the black line kit. I'm pretty sure that's just dechroming. Then what else have we got here? The all-terrain specification is £4,100. If that is simply the off-road modes, that seems a lot of money. Mulliner driving specification with alternate steering wheel, £9,700. Touring specification, I'm not sure what that is, £5,000. 7-seat specification, so there's extra seats in this car, $2,200. Bentley rear entertainment, $4,600. Oh! And then finally, not finally because I've missed out a few, Bentley dynamic ride, $3,200. So total price, 210, just under £1,000. Blown away the second I stepped into this car by how much it felt like a £200,000 car. I know that's a weird thing to say, but I've spent plenty of time in Range Rovers, and anyone who's watched my channel, and specifically the Levante video last week, will know that Range Rovers are my favourite. And the thing which I've always thought was so amazing about Range Rovers is as capable as they are off-road, as good as they are at long distance cruising and all of these things, they are incredible luxury cars. And this Bentley has just gone that one step further. As I just read out, there are a ton of options on this car. So I don't know what a bog standard Bentayga would feel like, but I can't believe it's that far off this. It is so quiet and smooth. The ride in this, one thing I've always said is bad about other 4x4s is that you can kind of feel like it's rolling around a bit, especially in the back. Whilst this feels very planted, it might be that dynamic ride option, but if it is, get it. Because it doesn't matter what you're doing, like, the car's just kind of flat. And especially once you get into that sport mode, which is ridiculous for a car like this, it still feels so planted on the road. You can really throw it into corners and not worry about capsizing. But the biggest thing is just the absolute comfort and serenity that you're in whilst driving this car. A full tank of fuel will get you about 600 miles. A V8, 600 miles, 4.6 seconds 0 to 60. It's unreal. And for that entire 600 mile journey, you're going to be in the nicest place. Our journey down from London to Cornwall was about 5.5 hours and only about 200 odd miles. But I have to say, it was amazing. One negative, these screens. As blown away as I was when I first got in about, oh my God, I got iPads in the back. They turned out not to be that great. I had my best mate Rob back there, and whilst he's not the cleverest guy in the world, He couldn't figure out a way to download movies, buy movies, get other apps like 4OD. He could just about stream YouTube, so I made him watch Seen Through Glass videos the whole time, which I'm not sure how impressed he was. But yeah, they're just not that intuitive. Maybe you have to preload or something like that, but it's got all of this stuff, all these apps, all these buttons, and nothing really happened. The other thing is, there is a huge amount of stuff going on in this car. I have definitely not even scratched the surface of what this thing is capable of, because even on my dashboard, the amount of options and things I can flick through and information coming at me is just unreal. The satellite navigation display is really cool. I basically get Google Maps, Google Earth right in front of me. That's cool. But there's all these different terrain modes, off-roading, and then I've got endless sort of sensors, and I've got a heads-up display. It's a little bit overwhelming. It's almost too much, because whilst everything's done beautifully, and it feels nice, it feels chunky, it doesn't feel that expensive, it still feels a bit plasticky, but it feels clunky, which I quite like. It's just, yeah, a lot going on. It would take you a while to explore. Also, I think the steering wheel's a bit small. For such a huge car, the steering wheel feels a bit small. But all in all, I have loved this Bentayga so much, and I never thought there would be a day where a car would knock a Range Rover off its top spot in my mind of what completes a luxury 4x4. But I really feel like this Bentayga does everything. It's right up there, and in some areas I think it could be better. It's a bit more showy, it's a bit more flashy. We have been cruising around in Cornwall, and usually you can get away pretty disguised in a Range Rover in Cornwall, but we've been getting some pretty nasty looks from the locals, because there's something about a Bentley that's a bit more flashy, isn't it? A bit more in your face. But if you can get over that, if you can look past that, I think you'd be all right. Anyway, I'm almost home, almost ready for my birthday cake. I just wanted to do that quick overview summary for you guys. I don't want this to become a channel dedicated to a diesel 4x4s, but I do love them. And as you know, my dad's looking to buy one. He would never spend £200,000 on a car though, so this was never going to be an option, but he does admit and agree that it is incredibly nice, and he's as big of a Range Rover fan as I am, so pretty big for him to admit. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this kind of overview. I'm going to get back to drinking and eating. Give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and make sure to subscribe for probably some not much more 4x4 diesel 4x4 content to come, but lots of other content to come.